Hey, William, so good to see you.
Great, great. How are you, sir?
I'm
I'm
doing
doing.
well.
It's good to be here in the video land and be able to join you this afternoon.
Yes, yes, I'm so glad that you take the time, and especially this is an exciting moment and season of your life that I'm talking to you because you have a book, I heard, and so I'm gonna shoot some questions and hopefully hear from your heart. And
Okay.
so, first of all, basic question: what's this book about?
Wow. The title of this book is called The Wounded Black Man. I'm actually a co-author of 13 other authors. Uh, the original author, well, the main author, Rodney Johnson, had in his heart to write a book to African American men, which expands more, um, besides the African American culture. But he really wanted to have a message collectively for African American Black men, and it was called The Wounded Black Man. And so, yes.
How did that came about? How this William and him Rodney came about? Tell me the story.
Well, Rodney is a former college friend of mine. We met in college, and oftentimes we would share and go back and forth scripture and just have an awesome time. And he came to me and he asked me to co-author in this particular book. I really did not know what I was going to write about. I spent some time praying about it, and it's kind of interesting about the subject that the Lord shared with me mentioned to me to write. Is a very vulnerable subject. Is one of those subjects where I'm really unmasking myself from my childhood all the way up until my adulthood, and it's a subject where I'm steady learning and understanding um, this message that I'm seeking to share in this particular book or this one chapter. It's short and brief, but it's very straight to the point. And yes.
So what is this chapter? Can you give us a snip clip? I know everybody wants to read it, but why are you writing this book? I want to hear your heart.
well, this is actually a chapter that's talking about men being abused, and that's a very not talked about subject today, and in our society, as things are starting to grow, and as you see different movements from from women getting their identity. One of the strangest things that are taking place from that is that men are being abused. And I think it really trickles down to um, upbringing and how women have been abused through history. Because really, when you look at history, women were denied their rights and so many other things that I think that what we're starting to see is women coming through a place where they have been abused and they're emulating some of the things that they have been in, family wise, some of the things that they've experienced. Um, and it's showing up in relationships, it's showing up in marriages, and ultimately is affecting our kids. And when we look at our society today, we see kids as just here recently in the Hampton Roads area. It was a 6 year old first grader that shot a teacher in the stomach. And most people will say, where is all this anger coming from? Where all this frustration? How can a 6 year old kid be so frustrated and angry? And I would say because of the home life. There's something going on in the home, some type of abuse, some type of um, just messed up family system that's causing our kids to be angry today. So, yeah.
Okay, we see this, and I know everybody wants to read now the chapter, but give me one of the solution, one of the hope, just one. I know there's many I know in this book that you're gonna write, this chapter gonna write, but give us something to kind of close up the video to give us a little bit of hope. What do you think, William?
Well, it was statistics say that at least 1 out of 4, well, 3 men will be experienced abuse before they're 25 years old,
Mm.
and that's a daunting number to just be able to look at. You know, as we look at our society today. Um, so, in this particular book, what I'm seeking to do is to elaborate what a normal, healthy relationship looks like. And the whole goal is to talk about my background, where I came from. I came from a abusive domestic family early on, and as I was growing up, you know, the only thing I understood at that particular time were yelling, fussing, and fighting. And it was kind of strange that, you know, I sought not to emulate the things that I saw my father do, but in different ways, I was enabled to emulate the victim role that I saw my mom experience. Um, and it's kind of strange that in my particular situation, from different relationships, that I didn't really see that. I didn't see how me not standing in a position as being an abuser,
Mm.
that I could be abused myself because of hurt past, hurt situations, and me not knowing what normal is. One of the things that we fail to understand, because our society is so, excuse me for saying this, messed up, is that we don't understand what normal is. Right now, we can turn on the TV, we see, we can hear about so many different shootings, and we have formed a passive nature to the fact that people are getting murdered today. There's so much of a passiveness that we have formed because of all of this stuff is considered normal. It's not normal, some of the things that men or women are experiencing in relationships. But for this particular chapter, my interest is on men experiencing that. And I want to bring to the forefront how men can be more aware of these things and be able to seek to have a healthy relationship um, with, number one, God themselves in that particular partner, if that could be the case.
That's it. That's it. Wow. I'm so excited. Okay, any idea when possibly this book can be launched?
Oh, wait, we're looking from talking to Mr. Johnson, we're looking at somewhere around the mid-spring that we're going to go ahead and launch it. What I would do, I would forward over a expecting date, you know, to yourself, so you can go ahead and post it. But I think it's going to be very interesting because in that book, they're going to be talking about depression. They're going to be talking about a whole lot of different things. A whole lot of guys don't really talk about depression.
Mm-mm.
You
Mm-mm.
know, a lot of guys, suicide. Come on, let's be for real. All of these things, you know, that are going on in the world is happening in the church, and we have come to a place where we're just masking ourselves, and we're not seeking to try to get real and get help from brothers or from professional help. That's what we should seek to try to do, because if Mm.
That's why we're
For
doing this video. That's why we're doing this video. And
for one,
I know you want to share more, but this is exciting. Your name is on the bio page. People can reach you directly. I'm excited that we're doing this video. Maybe we can do more after the book release and do other subjects. But I'm excited, William, that this is what God's doing in your life, and you are gonna share this to hundreds of men. To God be
yes.
the glory. Thank you, William.